Hi, I'm Barry Sahajian. Today is another issue of perfect bass technique, and we're still working on thirds. This is my third video I've done on thirds, and the first two videos are very simple and lays it out. This one is going to be intermediate to advanced, and let me show you a little bit what it's like. Okay, usually I go all the way up the neck to about the 12th fret. And that kind of, once you get up there and you've done that much, you're all warmed up. But the whole thing, I have some rules I set in place for myself, and you can adopt them too if you like. But one of the things I do is I keep it in meter. When I ascend, I'm going 2 measures. And I wind up sort of in the middle of the second octave. And then it goes down. But let's just concentrate on getting up there first. 2 measures of going up. With my right hand, I strive to use every other finger to make it nice and even. You don't have to do that. I'm just telling you my method, and you can grab and you can adopt it if you wish. And then when we get to the top, so once again, that's 2 measures. And the good thing about this is I'm like 1/2 step above the A flat, which is going up in half step. So in other words, what I'm doing here is I play it in G, then A flat, and then A, etc. up the neck to about the 12th fret or whenever you want to give it up. So now I'm going to put them together slowly so you can hear 4 measures. And once again, I'm striving to use both fingers, and it's absolute. You have to play it in time. And usually students, they try to go fast right away and they wind up making mistakes, and I'm repeating myself, but you don't want to make mistakes, because the more you make mistakes, what you are actually doing is practicing making mistakes, and you get better and better making mistakes, and it becomes more difficult to undo that mess that happens in your brain. And one of the cliches, I'll repeat myself again, you must practice perfectly. And even if it's too fast, slow it down. And other considerations can be taken too, as in this line, you don't have to play ascending and descending. You can do one at a time until you put them together. So anyway, let's put them together. Okay, so now we've done 2 measures and we're winding up on the A, and the next chromatic key we're going up to would be A flat. So 1/2 step above it. Perfect. And all you have to do is just move your middle finger over to the A flat and begin again. And here we go again. We're in A flat, we wound up on the 2nd degree, the B flat, and you notice my middle finger just relaxed, is right on the A, so we're ready to go into A. And you keep going up the neck like this. And you know, after you get it down, it's almost mindless. You just move in your hands, but it's a beautiful way to warm up. And then there's other things you can also do, which I do. You can put articulations in there, you can play it soft and then loud, and just keep on changing all the different aspects of the line, and of course, tempo. And it just becomes such a great exercise using every finger. And another error a lot of students make, they embrace technique exercises that just don't have any harmonic quality to them. They're not in a scale. It's just positions and everything. And I recommend don't waste your time with exercises like that, because you're exercising something that you'll never be able to use. Or if you do, you probably would have to write a song around that type of a harmony that would be acceptable to the line, which isn't, most likely is not going to be diatonic. You can almost depend on that. So if you do these, then you can, especially with thirds. Thirds are everywhere. You take a minor triad, and you have a minor third from the root to the flat 3, and then you have a major third to the flat 3 to the 5 in the key of G. So there's the minor and the major thirds right there, and that happens in a major chord and a minor chord. So there's combinations of major and minor intervals in each of those. So right now I'm going to show you a line that you can actually use in a song in 3 ways that I can think of right off the top of my head. You can use it as a fill, you can use it as an ending, or you can use it as part of a solo. And I'll show you exactly how you're going to do that, and I think you'll agree it's pretty simple. So this is the line. Now let me give you some details of what's going on there so you can use it. First of all, the meter. The meter is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. And then you have a beat and a half left to move the lick to another place. In this case, we're moving it down a half step each time you do that. Another advantage of this line is when you reach the last note playing the thirds, that note will also be the next key down a half step. Look, like this. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and. I landed on an F sharp. I was just in G. Now, going up an octave is simple enough. You do that all the time. So we play that line again. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. You notice I landed on F. That's our new key. And we can go up and play an F in the key of F going down to E. And of course you have to count in between. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And where I clapped is where it rests, and you wait a beat and a half, and it's easy to hear. Let me play it again and you can observe. That's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and got something out of it. I ask that you might please subscribe, hit the bell to be notified of videos yet to come, and I'd like to also add, I am teaching privately. That's the best way to learn, at least it was for me. You can get somebody to observe your playing, observe what you're doing right and wrong, and correct it and put you in the right direction. You can get all the notes, tabs, and play-alongs to the material in this video on my Patreon page. There'll be links to these things in the description below the video, and I hope to see you again sometime.